Alright, what is up guys? JaretCampisi with my good buddy Dotto and the Teener Wieners. Welcome back to the channel. Unfortunately, I don't know why I'm laughing. This is not clickbait. Our brand new 2023 Ducati Panigale V4S is officially broken. Stay tuned. So before we get into what happened with the bike, I first wanted to just give a heads up about the exhaust. I did get contacted by Ducati, someone very high up in Ducati, and he mentioned that these things are not actually dB killers, and there's an integral part of the exhaust system, and they're actually supposed to be in there. And the flash and all that kind of stuff works with those in there, along with the rest of the exhaust and everything. So we will send them along with the new owner, but we're not actually using the Acura flash anyway. We're using a Bren flash because look, if you guys have your own personal bikes and you buy an Acura exhaust, get your dealer to install it, put the Acura up map on it, and get your warranty. For what we do on these series and on this channel, we're already installing everything ourselves. Dotto's using a sledgehammer half the time in here, so we're pretty much voiding the warranty anyway. So I also like how it sounds better, and we'll keep an eye on it. If it seems like it's running or working weird, then maybe we'll put them back in, but apparently they're mainly just for track use at really high RPMs. So there you go. I let you guys know, and we'll go from there. Moving on to what's going on today, it's not clickbait. The bike actually is broken. And so we found it, when did we find that, Dotto? Do you remember?
That happened...
It was like 4 episodes ago.
A couple episodes
I noticed
ago.
it when I was wiping down the bike.
When we first started taking it apart, right? To do the exhaust? That's
shortly after we came back from the giveaway when we delivered the...
Delivered to BMW.
BMW.
Yeah.
And I was gonna make a joke because I thought it was like something on the bike. Like it looked like...
Spider web or something.
Yeah, like
or a scratch.
And I was gonna make it, oh Jared, it's broken.
Because we always mess with each other. Yeah.
And I kept looking at it and I'm like, that's weird. And I like literally looked up and I'm like, there's a hole.
Yeah. So, and then when he showed me, I didn't even realize it. I was like, what are you talking about? What is this piece here? So unfortunately, our brand new freaking headlight is shattered. It still does work, but if water gets in there, it could short circuit stuff and actually really screw up the electronics of the bike. So it needs to be replaced ASAP. And since we already had the bike half apart, I figured now is a good time to do it. I would love to do the flash today. We were supposed to do the filter and the flash and then put the bike back together. But since before we put the bike back together, we got to do the headlight. So we are going to need the beautiful Christina K to unbox the headlight for us in a second. Did you put up your video yet? Your shopping bike video?
I need to edit the thumbnail, and it'll be up before this is.
Okay, cool. So
maybe.
Go over to her channel and let us know what bike you'd like to see on her channel. Although we may have already purchased it depending on when you see this video because it's YouTube timeland. But everyone keeps asking what it is, teens, so you better get those damn videos up so we can talk about it. So anyway, yeah, our brand new bike with less than 400 miles on it has a shattered headlight, and I asked you guys to guess how much these headlights cost. I thought that they were separate. I was like, oh, I just gotta buy a left headlight. Nope, it's all one piece. This headlight, are you ready? Drum roll, please. $1,800 for this headlight. Woo! Yeah. So between the bike and the exhaust and the headlight, I'm already well over $40,000 into this build. So again, if you're able to help support this project on Patreon, patreon.com/Campisi Customs, we greatly appreciate it. That's how we're able to do these builds, film these videos, and give the bikes away whenever they're done. So you'll be entered to win the bikes. You're keeping our build series going, and we massively appreciate it. So let's get Teener Wieners over here, get this unboxed, and let Dotto get to work. Okay, the beautiful Christina K is gonna do the honors for us. And I wanna mention, she is still trying to get her TikTok back. It's been 7 weeks now. We've paid multiple people.
Got scammed multiple
and
times.
we still don't have it back. So if you're wondering why Christina looks upset or pissed off in videos, or even me, that's why. Over 800,000 followers,
Like
over 3 years of work.
It was me.
Whatever. And yeah, it just gets banned for bikini. She's wearing bikinis and putting up cat content. Like, give me a freaking break, dude. All right, so.
When you have haters.
Yeah, and people are like, who cares? TikTok's getting banned anyway. No, it's not. When is the last time the US has ever banned anything? Give me a break. They allow us to put cancer in our food. Like, they're not banning TikTok. All right, so there it is.
There it is.
Actually looks pretty cool.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
You know what it looks like?
What?
Cat ears.
She turns everything into
Isn't
a
it?
cat.
Cat
It
ears.
actually kind of
The
does.
top of the cat's head.
You're
Or
gonna
it could
drop
be a
it and it's
frog.
gonna shatter
It could be-
and I'm gonna kill
It could
myself.
also be a frog. Orbit. There's the nose.
Oh, I
the
do see
eyes.
frogs. Yeah, I do see frogs. Okay, well
Batman.
sweet. That was
Looks
an
good.
easy
Yeah.
unboxing. The question is, how difficult is this gonna be?
Don't drop that.
I was
Come on, guys.
I didn't order all of the heat sinks because I figured we can reuse the stock ones. But it looks like it's just one plug that plugs it in and then we gotta transfer over. Oh wait, it came with the heat sinks.
Yeah.
Oh shit, okay.
I would hope so.
Interesting.
Worth
So Dado, do you think
$1,800.
you can patch up this light and we have it as a backup?
What I was gonna do is make a really cool piece to sit on your shelf.
And it lights up too?
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
That'd be
That's
cool.
freaking brilliant. This is what we have to deal with around here. Oh God. Okay, well, thank you, babe. I appreciate you.
I'm gonna go pick us up some food.
Awesome. If you want to support this beautiful woman, all her links are in the description below. Speaking of which, so are this guy's. And he's gonna be putting up YouTube videos at some
Subscribe
point.
to my Twitch too.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be streaming Diablo 4.
Subscribe to him and also.
That's messed up.
She cuts it off when I'm talking to Dado. If you're gonna be playing Diablo 4, let us know in the comment section below. If the videos start to get a little bit shorter and a little bit less infrequent, it's because we're playing video games.
We're stuck in a basement.
And I apologize. Well, it's still, literally still raining outside. It's been like 2 weeks straight of rain.
Pretty nasty.
We have so much water.
All right, we're finally getting to work here. We got to undo things that we've already done, although because of all the feedback from you guys, we've decided not to use the NRC turn signals. Instead, we're actually going to be using the Rizoma winglet mirrors with the Rizoma turn signals down here. And, oh, I almost just gave away Teen Spike. Kid, never mind. Scratch that. Honestly, I do like having mirrors on a bike, especially because it allows me to look at my camera and know if I'm filming or not. That's pretty much all I use it for. But everyone else should be running mirrors on their bike, and those Rizoma wing mirrors are by far the best ones. So we're going to be replacing these with the winglet mirrors and the Rizoma turn signals. When I saw them on Manny's SP2, they looked incredible, and they were super bright and really clean. So he's going to be sending those out for us. But yeah, we're going to have to uninstall these that we did. These were the first mod we did down in Miami, Dado. Remember, you didn't do the first mods on the bike.
It was really screwed up.
So we have to take all these off, and then we're gonna remove this entire fairing, and then we'll find out what's underneath here. In the meantime, Dado and I were talking about, we're all into like, just interesting stuff, you know? Just interesting stuff. I was watching a video on simulation theory, and talking about how there's like some of the smartest scientists and thinkers in the world say there's pretty much a 50-50 chance that we're all in a simulation. And there's all kinds of crazy research to back that up. If you want to have some fun and you're bored someday, just Google or YouTube simulation theory. It's so much fun.
If any of you guys have really awesome videos or articles or anything to send, and I told Jared, I'm like, I can sit there for days.
Yes.
Sometimes I'll just put my AirPods in, and you get so drawn into it. But certain individuals can explain it, certain subjects,
Yes.
like the simulation theory, which I'm beginning to believe. When they,
I'd say there's a good chance.
if somebody's educated enough and they put it in perspective that our human mind can comprehend, you almost, like, I get goosebumps because I'm like, holy shit.
It doesn't, I also want to mention, sorry to interrupt, it doesn't mean that what we're seeing and feeling doesn't mean it's not real. It just means it could have been created, right?
That's right.
There's different versions, but it's very interesting. We're getting off topic. We'll get back to it. Okay, so this front fairing is held on by the turn signals there, and there's, is it one bolt on each side here, Dado?
Yep,
and then
one.
it presses in right here.
And right
Yeah,
there
there you
two
go.
more mounts.
So there's so there's a couple of different mounting points, but there you go. It's crazy how Ducatis, even when you take off the headlight and stuff, like everything is engineered to look good, you know? At every level, it looks awesome. It's
To
crazy.
be honest with you, if I would ever get one of these wrecked, I would keep it just like you see now, obviously with some fairings. But look at the side profile of this bike.
Looks
Look how sick that
badass.
looks, even when everything's apart. Imagine making short little panels and keeping it somewhat of a Street Fighter.
Kind of like the Street Fighter they
is.
did, but I think you could make it even cooler, like if you didn't have to.
Maybe another build series idea.
Yeah, dude, I wanted to do a 1299, like our own Street Fighter version, because I think that one's even more beautiful, the twins. But there you go. So next thing we're gonna be doing is figuring out how to get this whole thing unplugged. We are getting an entire carbon fairing stay for this. This is magnesium. We're gonna be doing carbon fiber. We're gonna be getting these pieces in carbon as well, along with all the other carbon for the bike too. And I think it's super cool that Ducati's really excited for our Lamborghini Panigale build, because I was afraid that they might be annoyed that we were doing it before they were doing it. But everything I do is inspired by Ducati anyway, you know what I mean? Like my builds all started because of the Superleggeras and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm excited that they're excited, and watching the videos and watching the projects. I think it's super freaking cool. So we got 2 bolts in there. They're gonna come out, and then we'll go from there. We've got everything detached. The last part is this right here, which is the only harness for this, right? For the light? Is that the only one?
Yeah, that's it. Everything runs through there.
Damn.
And then there's one little tiny plug here. That's pretty easy.
What is that? Oh, that's the sensor. Isn't that the
Air intake temperature.
Yeah,
sensor.
air intake.
Yeah.
Look, they were smarter than BMW. They put it in the right spot. Remember when we relocated our...
We'll have to unplug this and then swap it over on the bench.
They actually put it in the right spot so it doesn't throttle the power of the bike, right?
Okay, BMW's not at that level yet.
Okay, the whole thing is pulled away. There it is.
You know what? Do we need a headlight? That's pretty heavy.
There's a reason why they make race bikes, right?
Every ounce counts.
Without headlights. So now what do?
So this piece is held on here by these tiny little Allens. There's
Allen.
4, I believe.
Allens.
And then, yeah, it's basically the air intake.
That's a tiny air intake. Look at that. Look at how much it gets squashed in there.
So there's a sensor right there poking through.
Yeah.
This gets swapped over to the next headlight, and then the only other things that we have to worry about are these bushings and the rubber grommets that go right there, and we're pretty much ready to put it back on. But I just want to admire how the bike looks all torn apart.
Jesus Christ. Look at this thing. It still looks cool, I gotta say.
Yeah, I think this is a tip over sensor.
Is that what that is?
I think so.
Really?
Okay, I assume so. I don't know.
And look, we got the horn right here.
Yeah, looks pretty horny.
It's pretty cool that as humans we've created this shit, you know? Like using these materials.
And we just improve every single little iteration of every single thing that's
and then compare them to each other, you know?
And then we take it out and they're like, hey dummy, go beat on it, and if it doesn't explode, we'll make it better.
We'll make it better. You know what else is crazy to think about? Since Dado and I have just been talking about crazy shit the whole time. All of the hard materials that make up this bike and our bodies were formed in the heart of a dying star. How crazy is that? Let that sink in for a little bit while we go have another whiskey. All right, Tina Wieners arrived. She picked up some food from Quick Chick.
Yep.
One of our favorite little lunch slash dinner places. Yeah, shout them out. If you're local, hit them up. Tell them we sent you. Yeah. Dado's over here taking shit apart. That's the air intake.
Yep.
That's crazy.
It's got this crazy baffle down here. And what baffles me about this...
Stop.
No, seriously. If you notice a lot of intakes, they'll have an intake part of it, and then they have this whole section down here, and it goes right through there.
Yeah.
What I think it's for, if you just Google air intake baffles and how they work, you'll understand. But a lot of them actually have a drain, like if water collects in here. This one doesn't, which leads me to believe that there's something that's engineered with this specific baffle here that, you know, like when air goes in through here, this baffle, there's nothing, it just
That's
floats.
weird.
So if you guys know, or one of you Ducati engineers or gurus, if you know how this is supposed to help with this particular engine, email us or...
You know what I think it is, Dado?
No, I don't know.
It looks like a bat, and bats don't like water.
Yeah, you don't bat an eye.
All right, so we just absolutely housed that food. It's phenomenal. With this episode, we've been talking about all the weird shit that happens in simulation theory and whatnot in life. Dado's shaking the headlight and somehow got this piece to fall out of the headlight, which was perfectly cracked to, like, what do you think the chances of you getting that to fall out of there is? You know what I mean?
The weird thing is, if you look at
you can't even put it back in.
The headlight and how it was broken, right? Like, if you, I mean, it would have to turn at a specific way and fall out this way. Because what's the chance that that
fits,
unlodges and falls out? I'm like, well, this will never come out.
He was
falls
shaking
right
it just like as a joke, and it fucking came
probably
right
had
out.
to go this way. You know?
Yeah, that way. That would make sense.
But anyway, that's out.
We're swapping everything over.
We're swapping everything over. So
grommets. Grommet the frog.
I'm just repeating everything you said because you repeated everything I said.
Oh, sorry.
Anyways, intake, headlight back on.
Let's do it. Okay, so Dada was having trouble getting the air intake onto the new headlight, and he realized that the rubbers were in the way. So, moral of the story is, don't use rubbers. Just kidding, we'll put those back on after. Make sure you get in place first and then put the rubbers on. Ducati.com. Okay, so we got everything transferred over. All the grommets, Grommet the frogs. He put the rubbers back on.
Something's wrong with you.
After it was inserted. And now he's gonna slide it on up in there with the rubbers on, see? Always use your rubbers, kids.
You just gotta make sure that the intake lines up well. It kind of sits in there. And then these things clip onto each side.
Would have been a good time to have that carbon fiber front fairing stay. And all of these pieces in carbon.
Well,
Manny. I'm just kidding. He actually doesn't have them, so it's not his fault. Cool. So it's in there.
Plugged in there tight.
So we might as well just keep putting it back together, right?
We should hide something in there.
Ooh, what should we put in here? We could sign this too. What bike did we do that with?
I think in one of the bikes we left something, remember?
Yeah, I know we left something, but what did we, which bike did we?
The V4, the carbon V4, and then you also did something with the BMW.
The Panigale, we
Every
definitely.
bike we do something like an Easter egg.
Yeah, that's for the new owner to find someday. Okay. Oh, speaking of which, I didn't tell you this, I forgot about this. No, it's nothing bad. The BMW winner messaged me and said he felt like Excalibur. He finally took the bike out.
Why?
He said it was incredible, best bike he's ever ridden. Bucket list item.
That's awesome.
See? So when people say, Jaret's hyping it up for his build series, whatever, all he does is get on bikes and giggle and sound like a jack off.
He pretty much does.
That's true. But it's all real. We're not acting, you know? Like
That's what somebody messaged me and they're like, I can't believe you guys put that in there about that protective film on the exhaust. I'm like, it's real life and we film.
Yeah.
We don't make shit up. We don't script something.
There's a reason why I'm holding a camera talking to you guys, you know? It's us, it's real shit. I want you to be like you're hanging out here with us. I could hire a cameraman and make really high-end quality videos and all that. I don't want to do that. I want to film, I want to edit, and we want to share the exact situation just like you guys would be doing. So that's the whole point of why we do this stuff. Anyway, this is on. We're gonna keep putting bolts in. Okay, so I think this is where we're gonna stop for today, but we realized we should probably test this thing. So first things are the daytime running lights. And if you didn't know, that's the top part. And there are actually two brightness levels to that. So there's the lower ones and the higher ones. I like the higher ones. Makes you a little bit better, easier to be seen. Oh yeah, see, you don't have to turn
That
it
works. No, that's just the passing.
But
Oh, never mind, that works.
both?
Yep.
So we don't have to turn it on.
Nope.
Okay. But we should we anyway?
Nope.
Oh gosh.
Should we anyway?
No! Don't start it, Jaret.
Really? Oh my gosh, I want to start it so
Write it down.
All right, it works. Okay, so that's that. A bit of a different type of video, but I have to admit, guys, replacing the headlight on the Panigale, not nearly as bad as I thought. Dado, wouldn't you agree? Wasn't that bad?
I'm sorry, I have food in my hand. What?
Wasn't that bad? Replacing that? Maybe because we had it all apart already? Okay, fair enough. So, there you go. Fresh headlight for the new owner. Again, if you guys want to help support this project, be entered to win this bike, patreon.com/Campisi Customs. It's always the first link in the description below. Next video is actually going to be a Patreon only video. We try to do some Patreon only videos to show them our thanks for them supporting the projects. And that's going to be basically putting the entire bike back together, and we'll have some fun and share some, we always like to share some tidbits and some stories on there that we don't talk about on YouTube. So again, another reason to sign up for the Patreon page. If you can support, every little bit helps, and we massively appreciate all of those who do. But that's it for now. Once we get this bike back together, we're gonna be doing the filter and flash, and then we'll be able to take this bad boy out on a freaking ride, dude.
I love getting flashed.
I can't wait, me too. Tina Wieners is gonna be picking up her new bike this weekend. In YouTube time, that might be about 3 months from now because she's a very slow editor. And that's it. So, Dado, thank you for your hard work. We appreciate you. All the Ducati execs who watch our videos, we love you guys. I'm glad that you appreciate our humor. Don't remove the whatever these things are. Don't remove them on your own personal bikes. And that's it. Again, thank you to Manny from Moto Million for sponsoring this episode. Go show him some love. Use my code Campisi. Save yourself some money. And if you haven't already, give the video a big juicy thumbs up. Subscribe for more, and we'll see you all in the next simulation. Peace.